Kasukuwere, commonly known as Tyson in ZANU-PF circles, said once elected he would seek to unite the politically fractured country through an intra-Zimbabwe dialogue process that is beyond politics. Zimbabwe cannot afford another 5 years of President Emerson Mnangagwa's misrule characterized by toxic political differences, a failed economy, social strife, and former ZANU-PF stalwart Saviour Kasukuwere said on Monday. In a statement, officially announced plans to submit his papers to the nomination court tomorrow. Kasukuwere, commonly known as Tyson in ZANU-PF circles, said once elected, he would seek to unite the politically fractured country through an intra-Zimbabwe dialogue process that is beyond politics. In a long letter addressed to Zimbabweans, the former ZANU-PF commissar said his fight was against fear and in pursuit of renewed hope for the country. My decision to stand as an independent candidate, painful as it is, arises out of two missed opportunities, Kasukuwere said. Both in December 2017 and September 2022, our party Congress failed to allow fair competition for the presidency. As a result, it failed to unite the membership, forgive the past, and reconcile for the future of our glorious revolution. Unfortunately, to this day, notwithstanding a promise to let bygones be bygones post-November 2017 and a pledge to restore legacy and values to our liberation movement, we continue to witness exclusionary politics, persecution of members who loyally served the people, the party, the government, and the late founding president, Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe. He added, our position was and remains clear that without intimidation and abuse of state institutions, Comrade Mnangagwa could never have won and cannot win any leadership position in a fair and open political process. Kasukuwere, who is exiled in South Africa, said all Zimbabweans have given Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF the space to govern after the coup, but he squandered the goodwill and dismally failed to live up to his promises. The former local government minister said Mnangagwa had failed to deliver on his promises of health care for all, electricity, youth jobs, educational reforms, a modern railway system, mechanize, modernize, and grow the economy, institute security sector reforms that foster international engagement. The question for the party is whether Comrade Mnangagwa must be allowed to fail for another 5 years at the expense of the people of Zimbabwe. The country cannot afford another 5 years of toxic political differences, a failed economy, and social strife. It is time to settle this by throwing this matter back to the people through this election for them to make a choice between fear and hope, he said. Kasukuwere also said Mnangagwa's conduct as ZANU-PF leader and state president was averse to the core values of the liberation movement of inclusive, open, and transparent politics. His tenure and leadership style so far have left our party structures, the main wing, the Women's League, and the Youth League, badly exposed and threatened by corrupt foreign hero worshipping for ED structures which undermine elected national, provincial, and district leaders and are disrespectful to our traditional leaders. For ED dodgy groups with unlimited access to Mnangagwa and resources while party structures remain unfunded. Comrade Mnangagwa must give the party a chance to choose between the future and the past, between hope and fear, he said. Kasukuwere said it was ironic that one of the issues raised to justify Mnangagwa's attack on the late Mugabe was that the latter was surrounded by criminals. Ironically, the gold mafia expose, the arrest of public figures at the airport over gold smuggling, the lavish lifestyle of his family, some of whom have never worked a day in their lives, so that persons very close to Mnangagwa engage in various illicit businesses. The allegations that his family and associates have preferential access to foreign currency at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe have never been challenged or disproved. It is known that from Sandawana to Amukaha, his family has taken over gold mining, including having shares in government companies. He said government was silent on diamond exports, which are unaccounted for, and that Mnangagwa's family had taken over imports, distribution, and sale of fuel. You are all aware that his family and associates are involved in almost all the multi-billion-dollar Belarus deals. Kasukuwere said, "You have seen the obscenity of their sudden wealth, yet they argued that President Mnangagwa was surrounded by criminals. Despite a ban on export of lithium, you are aware that persons surrounding Comrade Mnangagwa are in possession of export permits and that they are exporting it without any man going to the treasury. So therefore, the looting must stop